Criminal activity targeting retail stores is on the increase, with organized syndicates stealing high-value items. The Consumer Goods Council says it's been inundated with calls for intervention to help safeguard this sector.
There's the random, and you find people being hungry and stealing something or just needing a loaf of bread or whatever. But then there's the organized part. We did find that there are organized groups who target specific products. Baby formula was one of those products. Baby diapers was one of those products. Cheese was at one stage one of those products where syndicates would move from in a town, in a specific town. They would go into a ShopRite and they would steal, and then a few hours later they would go into the Spar and they would steal, but they would steal a similar product.
Businesses are investing more in their security due to heightened risks of shoplifting. One of them is businessman Jose Teixeira. He tells us that they've been operating for 8 years now and are constantly counting losses from crime, and have now had to put extraordinary measures in place to safeguard the business.
2 alarms in case one fails. A security guard at night also got in the place just to make sure there's a warning before anything gets broken into. And plenty other things, like for example, I got security walking around the store just to keep the shoplifting at bay. We had to do a lot of moves here. A lot of the stocks that normally disappear, things like cable, diamond discs, and we had to put it behind counter. Whereas we physically had syndicates coming into the store. Oh, you're talking about camera systems, say 200,000 for 2 extra camera systems. 2 alarms, another 200,000. The extra security guards at night, 30,000 rand.
Workers are also worried as they often get blamed when products go missing. Job security is another concern.
I feel so bad sometimes. I feel like sometimes one day I can lose my job because of the business also. I once experienced it. One day I found one customer tried to steal the chisels, the expensive chisels. So in some cases it's going to affect us as employees, because they thought it's us we steal sometimes, but it's not us, it's the shoplifters. It affects also our jobs.
Concerns have been raised on the impact of these crimes on the economy, prompting high-level meetings with the police and those in the sector.
All these issues have been raised over time to the relevant authorities, and we've been working very closely. I myself personally, for example, yesterday just returned from KwaZulu-Natal, where I had an engagement with the Provincial Commissioner of the South African Police Services, General Mkwanazi. We had a very fruitful engagement. We agreed on strategy moving forward. Truth be told, the industry is suffering major losses, and you'll see it. A lot of the retailers have closed down a lot of their operations. You can look at the Massmart Group that closed down a couple of its operations, and this is all due to the fact that the losses that are being suffered due to all of these different crime threats.
Some are urging government to come up with policies that will see the economy thrive and the socio-economic challenges addressed. Security experts say crime is slowly getting out of control.
Due to the bad situation in South Africa, the economic problems, there has been an increase of all kinds of crime, especially theft. So you would have even housewives try and steal goods out of shops. You will have businessmen trying to get more and take from in illegal ways from other companies. So in all kinds of thefts, we have seen an increase, especially the poorest of the poor. We've always said before, if the economy is as bad as it is and getting worse due to load shedding and due to other problems in our country, which is, for instance, the increase of all kinds of crime, government corruption, etc., it really moves people where they actually have no other option as to feed themselves by stealing and selling.
Communities have also been urged to work with the retail sector to root out crime, as the millions of rands lost from the activity have a direct impact on the economy, the integrity of the sector and jobs prospects. Katlego Legodi, SABC News, Johannesburg.